Hey Merfolk fans, I'm Joe, thanks for joining me. I've been taking a little bit of a beating in the recent rounds of this Modern League. I won the first two against, let's see, what was the first deck? Grixis Delver, I think, and then I beat Affinity magically. Then I lost because of the clock to Jeskai Control. I had him down to 2 life in the last match, but the last game, but I timed out. I just got wrecked by Dredge, despite having a Relic in the opening hand in Game 3. So hoping, fingers crossed, to win Match 5 here. Game 5, yeah, Match 5. Adjust our chat. We would like to play because we won the die roll. This is a nice hand. 4 lands is a little bit heavy, but Spreading Seas will draw us a card. Tidebinder hopefully set the opponent back a little bit. We'll keep this. 2 Mutavaults is pretty strong against a lot of decks. Okay, the opponent kept his 7 or her 7, and I'm going to open with Island, pass the turn. So I'm playing against an opponent who presumably is about 2-2 also. Another Affinity matchup. Sweet. Well, nice curve of creatures for us and a nice slow opening for them. Definitely going to go Master here. Depending on what he does, we might do Harbinger, we might do Reejerey. Most likely Reejerey into Harbinger because of the combo. 2 Glimmer Voids. Wish I had my Hurkyl's Recall. Steel Overseer, very, very slow. Looks like I've got the green light to cast Harbinger here. Double Spreading Seas, not very useful right now. Go to attacks. Memnite. Steel Overseer. Super duper slow hand from the opponent. He's going to have an army of 2/2s. And I can bounce one of the Steel Overseers. This guy's getting an attack for 1. Another Harbinger. That's good against this particular outlay here. Play a Mutavault. I'm gonna play a Harbinger. Actually, you know what? Let me undo that. I'm going to wait. There's no need to rush here. This is the new one, as far as I understand. So I'm going to activate the one behind. Opponent might double block here. Affinity's not used to being in a position where they have to double block. They could also just chump with a Memnite. He's probably thinking he's going to get a lot of value out of the Steel Overseers, so probably can't do it. Yeah, it looks like he didn't do any blocks at all. So now we'll follow up with Harbinger. Doesn't really matter what I untap here. I guess I'll untap on Island Walk Lord. Maybe I'll untap this guy. Just as a potential blocker. Bounce that guy. Okay, the army is looking pretty good. Even if he has like something like Whip Flare, then we're playing around it right now. Opponent sitting only on 2 mana, no Mox Opals, no Springleaf Drums. Sitting on 7 life, no Vault Scourge, no life gain. I've got another Harbinger in hand. There's that Vault Scourge. Took 2 life to play it though. Galvanic Blast on the Reejerey is actually pretty smart. Say okay to that. We do have Island Walk though, so I think we're still closing this one out. Yeah, we've got this, guys. So, Spreading Seas on a Glimmer Void. Drew an island. Doesn't really matter. Activate a Mutavault. Okay, so that's kind of exciting. Just getting a Game 1 win against Affinity. I think more experienced Affinity players would tend to mulligan that hand that he had. It's possible that's why, you know, he's sitting at 2-2. Kira comes in against the Flyers. All the Hurkyls come in. We cut 4 Masters of Waves because we rarely get to 4 lands, and we can cut 1 Reejerey. We leave in the bounce spells. Yeah, you guys have seen this all already in round 2. Just lower our curve a little bit, cutting the Master of Waves, keep in all the interactive stuff with the Harbingers and the Vapor Snags and the Echoing Truth. The Hurkyl's Recalls are really our trump card in the matchup. We're going to hope to see an AEther Vial and a Hurkyl's Recall in the opening 7. The opponent has this new player avatar like I do. This is a great Merfolk hand, and especially with the card draw, I feel like I can't throw it away. The opponent kept his hand. I have to keep. We've got creatures, we've got card draw, we've got lands. The opponent, I mean, could have some crazy stuff. Opal, Springleaf Drum, Vault Scourge. All right, we're just looking for Hurkyl's Recall at this point. Mountain, activating, attacking. No cranial plating or anything. This is a slow clock. This is going to give us some draw steps. With Springleaf Drum, he's going to have access to red mana anyway, so we're probably not going to play out Spreading Seas right now. Really didn't want to see that land. We want blue mana for all of these blue spells, so we're going to play Wanderwine Hub and then Silvergill Adept, hopefully draw into Hurkyl's Recall. Cast this guy. Reveal a Lord. Drag the Lord over here so I remember. Yield to this stuff. Harbinger is okay. It's slow right now because we don't have AEther Vial and I just tapped out. Okay, we're continuing with this slow clock. What was that? Oh, he played another Springleaf Drum. I could play out Kira next turn. There's a lot of choices, a handful of choices. The most important thing that we could do in this matchup here is to draw into Hurkyl's Recall. But, and Silvergill Adept represents a way to do that. We can also slow the clock down by bouncing this guy with Harbinger, also developing Devotion. We can also increase our own clock by going with a Lord into another Lord. I mean, at this rate, he's got to attack 8 more times, right, at least, to kill me. I think I'm going to attack. And then play a Silvergill Adept. Or maybe Harbinger. I don't know. Maybe Silvergill Adept. I just want to draw cards. And Silvergill is a threat. So attack. Going to second main. We'll play our Mutavault here. Cast Silvergill Adept with lands like that. Reveal the same Merfolk. I think we already yielded to this, so go straight to our draw. I have to yield to it again. Another land. Not sensational, but we're going to be able to play out 2 spells next turn. Let's hope the opponent's clock stays as slow as it has been. Looks like it is. That's pretty cool. Another land. So here, I think we can start with Spreading Seas because, well, yeah, cast Spreading Seas. And then a 2-drop. Next turn we'll have 5 lands. We can cast Kira and another 2-drop. We'll start with Spreading Seas on Inkmoth, actually. Take that poison off the table. Opponent doesn't like that one bit. I feel like this guy should have mulliganed like the last 2 hands. AEther Vial is a very interesting draw. But we have so many lands, right, that really doesn't matter very much at all. We're going to be able to cast our spells. So let's stay on curve here. The game is lagging, I think, here. I want to play Wanderwine, reveal the master that he already knows about. Cast him. I do not want to add white mana right now, Magic. I hate that it gives me that option. Get to swing for a little bit here. The opponent doesn't have a ton of artifacts. Cranial Plating, I mean, though he has life gain, is a little bit annoying, but we have Harbinger. Could have a Galvanic Blast here. Doesn't look like he does. I don't know what he's drawing here. Arcbound Ravager. Could put a bunch of counters on Vault Scourge, but I've got a Harbinger. So he's sacking things already. Playing another Opal, sure. Alright, you know, that's a card they play. It'd be sweet if he just puts a bunch of counters onto the Vault Scourge right now. We get to play Harbinger and Kira next turn. He's already played the Whip Flare. So it's unlikely with 1 card in hand that that's what he's got. We've drawn so many cards. We've still got 4 Hurkyl's Recalls left in the deck. We're going to name Merfolk. What is this? M-E-R. Come on. Get with the program. Cast Kira. We're going to use these lands over here. Got 2 Island Walk Lords with Spreading Seas in hand, taking him off lifelink right now. Well, for the time being. He might just sack this guy to the Arcbound Ravager. Nope, he lets it happen. So we draw a ton of lands. The opponent doesn't know about anything in my hand right now. What was that? Black mana and sack. Blue mana, black and blue. Vault Scourge. Okay. Sacked his Mox Opal. Another Mox Opal. Does that put him on 0 cards? No, not yet. Alright, he's asking for this guy to get bounced. Sacked a Springleaf Drum. Sack some more stuff, come on. Okay, so we took 5. There's that Harbinger. He's probably going to put this on the Vault Scourge next turn. We've got instant speed Harbinger even after casting a Lord this turn. So I think we can afford to wait on Harbinger and play Cavern. Name Merfolk. Play out a Lord. Actually, I mean, I can't swing with Kira because he can sack this now and put a bunch of counters on him. And he's not tapped, and there's no way of getting him tapped right now. So we're going to hold Kira back. We're probably only going to attack with the Harbinger here. But then, I know we can play around Whip Flare by playing another Lord. We can attack with Harbinger and Mutavault this turn. We would get in for 8. But then the opponent sacks a bunch of stuff and is attacking for like 6 in the air life gain. No more than that, probably. He draws Cranial Plating. It's also another risk. I think we're going to leave Harbinger up here. Yes, that's what I want to do. Alright, swung for 3, opponent's at 13. We're happy to take 5 from the Arcbound. Just attacking with this guy. So now we play out the Harbinger. Because I think we have lethal on the crackback. Unless he has Whip Flare, in which case, that's gross. Alright, he's going all in here. We can still draw Hurkyls, we can draw Vapor Snag. No Whip Flare. So many lands this turn. I mean, this game. Let's play it. We've got 4, 3. Yeah, that's 8, 11. Yeah, we should have this. Island Walk, so no blocks. Okay, guys, went 3 and 2, which is decent. You know, I feel pretty bad about the loss to Jeskai Control, only because I timed out and I was in such a good position. We were just top decking and he just had lands. I had a Mutavault on the board, 2 life. I think I was on 20. Maybe he attacked for once with Celestial, so I was down to like 16. But yeah, we get to join another league and try again. That one we went 3 and 2, and hopefully we'll do better next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know any thoughts you might have. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next league. Thanks again. Bye.